welcome to the 12th episode of Design with Me session for tonight. My name is Promix and I'll be your host for tonight's session. So before we proceed, I would like us to have a brief knowledge of what Design with Me is all about. Design with Me is a session where we get to explore the creative potentials of Rayna UI design library. Rayna UI is a comprehensive component library system designed to streamline the process of designing and developing user interfaces with a wide range of customizable elements, templates, and UI design styles. Just like always, tonight we'll get to witness firsthand the creative potentials of Rayna UI through the expertise of our guest speaker, who is a product designer. With a warm applaud, I would like to see your reactions towards this. So with a warm applaud, please welcome Olamilekan Philip. Yeah.
Promise. Go now.
So
Hi,
Philip will be guiding
everybody.
us.
Good.
Yeah. So Philip will be guiding us through a captivating design journey tonight, using Rayna UI components to craft stunning interfaces. But before we get right into this session, let us give a warm welcome again to Philip as he shares a brief introduction about himself, his background, and tonight's design focus. And once he's done with that, he will get straight into the design process for tonight. Hi, Philip. Please introduce yourself and tell us what you'll be designing tonight, and go straight to it once you're done with your introduction. Thank you.
I
Also,
promise.
all right, sorry to cut you short.
Baba,
Please,
let me
everyone.
talk now.
Sorry about that. I would like to sound this short notice to everyone. You can use the comment section or the chat box to type in your comments and all as we proceed, so we don't have to alter with his design process. Thank you. The floor is yours now, Philip.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you
please.
very much for this opportunity.
You're
Thank you to my
welcome.
mommy and my daddy. Don't mind me, please. I'm a bit nervous, and this is my own way of distressing. I hate to do stuff like this, but work is work, anyways. So my full names are Olamilekan Philip, but over over a while ago, I decided to ditch my father's name and decided to make a name for myself by calling myself Olamilekan Philip. So I have a surname, but you won't hear me say that apart from tonight. But most people call me Philo, and Philo means something. It's PHILO. It means phenomena human in life's orbit. That's what Philo means, and that is why it is written that way. So it is not capital P, small h, ILO. It is small p, capital H, small I, capital L, and small o, or small lowercase o. So it's an acronym, so to speak. I studied chemistry from Federal University of Agriculture, FUNAB. I started my design career last year, which is quite interesting. I mean, not last year. I think I dabbled into design in 2022, but I wasn't serious. I was making money then, so I wasn't serious with design. Then last year was when I took design proper. And when I said I was making money, I wasn't like making money like that. I was just working in content and marketing. And my last job was as a creative director in an event production company. See the possibilities of Rayna UI too. And I know when people see hear Rayna UI, the designs you've been seeing have been what's the name? Dashboard designs. In short, all design system, when you hear design system, what comes to your mind straight up is dashboard, or I can use design system to create dashboard. But I am trying to see how I can show you how to use design system to like work mobile app. So, and then you go to phone frame, you look for any frame you want to pick. I'm going for the highest frame, which is iPhone 14 and 15 Pro Max, and the width is 430, the height is 92. You can't go beyond this width for a mobile screen, but you can definitely go as long as you want. I mean, length matters anyways. So yeah. We are designing a share your work platform. So if you are sharing our work, what do we need? We need a CTA button. By the way, that text is too much, it's too small. Let's bump it up and let's use enter. So let's put our kerning to 0% and let's put this at auto. Thank you. No, auto, brother. All right. So we need a CTA button, and our CTA button is just going to be one thing, which is going to be share your work or like post your work. Let's do post your work. Yeah, post your work. So that's just going to be our CTA button. However, this is not the only thing that will be on our design. What other thing makes up a mobile app? So some things are like basic from everybody. If I ask all of us now to check our mobile app, like WhatsApp, for instance, if you open WhatsApp, there's something at the top, which is the nav bar. And at the top of your WhatsApp, the nav bar, you have WhatsApp, which is the WhatsApp name. And then beside it, you have a camera icon and a what's this thing called? These three dots, ellipses. Basically, you have 1, 2, 3. These three dots is ellipses, but you can call it more when you're searching for icon. You have this on top of your WhatsApp. That part, that's the nav bar, or you can call it the title bar rather. The title bar. That's not really the nav bar. That's the title bar. So that shows you, oh, this is where I'm at. And then when you click on archive, you see that that title bar switches to archive, and then there's now an arrow, a back arrow beside the archive. So it shows you where you are part time. And we want to assume that our app is going to have that too. So I mean, like I said earlier, the main reason why I'm like saying all of these things even before drawing anything on my canvas is because your design starts away from Figma. Like everything you want to design, before I finish the design, I already know how I want this design to be. It's all in my head. All I just need to do is interpret it, and that's how I approach design. Everything is all in my head. Sometimes I get in my head too much, and I fail to like put it down. But I'm time constrained now. I have to put it down. But it helps me to be able to do that because I've seen the beginning. I might not see the end, but I know how I want to start. I know what I want to do, and then I know what I want to connect to each other to be able to get to where I want to get to. And that's how also you want to think about design. You just don't just start and think you can figure it out. Of course you can, but at the same time you might end up frustrating yourself. So I'm just going to bring something to here. Yeah. So I have this. Every one of us is familiar with this now. Please, if you can hear me, talk or unmute your mic, talk. Tell me yes, blah blah blah. At the top here is your
We can hear you.
is your time, which is like constant thing. I know people that use status bar. I know people that use what's the name? People that use iOS kits, they recognize this thing as for 941. For me, I know they use 941. I know they use iPhone, so I'm beefing them. I changed it to 927. So this is like constant. On your phone right now, the time is showing, your bar, your network bar is showing, if you're using Wi-Fi is showing, all of this is showing. So you just put this to mimic how the end experience is going to look like. Now, you remember me saying something about title bar as in WhatsApp, and then you find it here that this is what I'm talking about. So if this were to be WhatsApp now, this text will be here. This WhatsApp text will be here, right? So that big. The thing that you happen for here. Auto. Thank you very much. So this will be here now. This is how your WhatsApp clearly looks like with that three dots. But just to reinforce what I was saying, so I'm not going to be using this for now. So let's just put this here. So this is what I'm trying to create, but I'm going to be creating it with Rayna UI, which is the people that brought us here. So let's try and bring into it. See me playing on words, God I beg. So we are going to call our platform Rayna. We're going to call our platform Rayna. And then if you work with me, you will find out that we are in Rayna UI file anyways. I'm designing inside Rayna UI design system. You find out that there are some already created style, like the heading H1 to H6. There's a paragraph. So for this now, I can just come here and start looking for which heading I want to use that fits what I want to put for here. So if you look at your WhatsApp, what's the size of that WhatsApp text? Probably look 32. I mean, this looks, somebody will have made that. You did not even create grid. Don't worry. Oh. I know design so much, so I don't have to create grid. I know what just I know I want my design to be 16, to have 16 margin to the left and 16 margin to the right. So there's nothing I need grid for. But don't be like me, please. Learn your grids. So I've used Rayna UI to write Rayna here, which is the H3. And I want to create icons. And what icons do I need? So in a platform where you would be sharing your work, you need, so we are just going to use this one that I already pasted here, just so that we can move fast. You need notification, you need, before we get to the menu, let me even come here safe. Can somebody type in the comment section what nav bar do you think we would need? And when I'm talking nav bar, I mean here, I'm talking here. So we are designing a mobile app. In your WhatsApp, your nav bar are chats, updates, communities, calls rather. So for this platform, what are the nav menu that you think we'll have here? Like, are we going to have home? And then after home, are we going to have something like maybe my design, where you can see all your design? And then after that, are we going to have other people's design? By the way, so you will see the way I'm approaching this design, and I'm using layman terms. I don't think you would ever see a nav menu that writes other people's design and then put an icon on top of it. But me writing all of these things gives me an idea that my nav should include these things. So when I write other people's design, then I might change it later to include or to be communities. Now, from other people's design, I'm able to streamline it to say communities. So if you see community, when you log on to this app now, you already know that, oh, that's where other people's design is. Storytelling. Now, my design, I cannot say my design because, I mean, what do you mean my design? So I can do profile. So under my profile, you will see my name, you will see my metadata, and then you will see my designs. Now you see how we are coming down from like ambiguous things to like streamline things, and that's the way I approach design. So so if anybody has like an idea of what the nav here can be, just drop in the comment section. I will check later. So we are still on the title bar. We are calling our platform Rayna, and thankful for Rayna, we have so many colors to choose from. So excuse me, 400 base. This orange is like the primary color of Rayna. I mean, you can change all of this one to match if you want, but come on your phone right now, your time does not have any color, so let's just leave it as black. So let's say this is Rayna, and then what icon do we want to put here? We want to put a notification icon to notify people maybe when somebody interacted with your work, or do we even need a notification icon? What if we put a message icon there? Maybe somebody texts you, somebody liked your work, somebody liked somebody just liked what you do, they don't like your face, and then they sent you a message, say, oh, you're such a pretty person, and you come and work for us, $1,500. You don't have to design. Let's help your life, and then you collect the money. So should it be notification or message? Let's use message for now, and we can change it later. So again, You see what I'm doing now? I don't have to start. I know some people know how to design icon. Kudos to them. I'm not one of those people yet. So what I just do is thankful for Rayna again. I just search for message under my assets, and then it brought the icons here. Let's say I was going for notification. I was just going to search notification, and I think you should bring that up. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Okay, bell, of course. So bell is the word, not notification. So if I had clicked bell, then it probably would have brought it here. But let's use message for now. So we have Rayna UI as in title, and then we have this. And our default size is 24. So we're just going to leave it at that. But do we want to put it as black? Come on, no. So we want to use gray. But why do we want to use gray though? I mean, is there any reason for using gray? You can just leave it at black now. But you and I will agree that black looks so awful. So let me just do black here. Let me put it at 0. So this compared to this is easier on the eye. And one thing I want to say about design is sometimes don't give a damn about what anybody says. Just design because you like it. I know this call is recorded and somebody will hear it and go and drag me, but bruh, if you like what you're doing, please, by all means. I wanted to say fuck anybody so bad, but just go ahead and do what you want to do and let every other person come and deal with you if they want to. But just design because you like it, because you think it is beautiful. And I think that's like one of my philosophy also. If I like this color like this, so I'm just going to use it. If I think very much gray, like this one will fit what I'm going to do here, then I'm going to switch it to it. And right now I've added auto layout, so I might want to go for something like this. So meaning my fill would have, let's for gray again, let's say 50. But 50 is not showing, so let's say 75. Is 75 showing? God, I beg. It is show. Okay, so 75 is showing. Now there is a I have a container now that has a fill color, and then of gray 75, and then I have 500. But what if I reduce this to 500 to gray 400, and then maybe I increase the fill of my container to gray 100? Now it becomes more pronounced. It's not good yet, but let's work with it. And like I said about grids, don't mind me. 1, 2. I already know what I want to do, so I'm just going to do this. So auto layout, we have this as our title bar. And one thing you probably notice is I'm slow with my design, and that's because I'm fighting myself to figure it out first before I design. I am not one of those people that just post things and like to figure it out on Figma. I figure it out elsewhere from Figma before I come here, and that has helped me. So we have Rayna, we have message icon, and of course this message icon can have. So I'm just going to draw. I'm just going to look for counter. I hope Rayna UI has counter. Hey, God, I beg, do they have counter? So basically, what I want to do is press O. I don't think they do. I don't think they have counter. So this tool that is here, this is a counter. This thing that is showing include two variants. That is the counter. So I want to put it here for this message. So in case you have in case you have what's the name? In case you have a message from someone, and I'm going to use absolute positioning. Yeah. So that will be there. That's bright. But let's leave it. Like I said, design because you like it, not because of what anybody thinks. But of course, if your stakeholder is telling you they don't like it, please change it though. But for now, this is just plain. So we have Rayna, we have this, and then we have the counter at the top. By the way, my counter should be in Control and G to put it in frame, and then press T. So you put 223. So we have 23. Then let's change this to caption or small regular. So if you put this at regular, you can reduce this to like 10 or even 8, so that it can fit inside. And don't mind me, I already broke Rayna UI's thing. So like I said earlier, You don't have to like do what every other person is doing. Just do it because you like it. For now, 12 will not fit into what I want to put here, so I decided to use 8. And that's why I have this here. So you have 23 messages. Cool. You should read your message anyways. So other things you want to put is your search bar, because if you are putting your work, you also want to be able to search for other people's work, which is like important. I mean, other people too want to search your own work too. And the search is not just for you to search. It is also to like discover inspiration, and also let other people discover you, which is nice. So I have this icon here, and I'm just going to draw a frame basically to search bar. Oh god, a bit. Why am I typing? Okay, so we have search bar, and then the height of this should, or the width should be 358. Shouldn't be 358 though. Should be 430 minus 34. Hey, there's mathematics inside design, but yeah. So you have 16. The space between the title bar and the search bar is 16, but that's too much. Let's put it up. And then we want to fill this also with maybe a gray, let's say 100. Or somebody will say, why is our icon and our search bar having the same shade of gray? Well, let's change that. And we've been using what color, what corner radius? We've been using 8. So you find out that even as much as I'm trying to break the rule, I'm trying to do my own thing, I'm still following a certain idea of what design should be. And by that, I mean consistency. I mean following like the lay down principles of, do this thing like this because it just works. So it won't make sense for me to have my corner radius here as 8, and then I do this one as 100. Like this, they look like two different products. This is a rounded corner, and this is called rounded, and this is called round. This is a rounded corner, and then this is a round corner. That doesn't make any sense. So I have to be consistent in what I'm doing. So let's do 8 so they look the same. And then you have this search. So and another thing, like I said just now, similarity or like consistency. The color I'm using for my icon is gray 400. Here, I can't use black. I have to kind of like use gray 400, or even maybe gray 300 since the search is not active. And then put a text inside to say search here. And then switch it to small paragraph rather. So let's use paragraph. Let's use 16 medium. It'll be too big because this is not a paragraph. But let's put it here, and then we can now change it later to paragraph small, and that will be 14. Now, what will the color of this one be? Probably be gray 400. So this is gray 300. This is gray 400. And then the space in between them is also 8. So you have this. By the way, this is way off because this search is so much in your eye. So I probably just want to reduce this again to regular. Yes, now this feels so good. And yeah, I'll probably just take it to 14 and use regular. Yeah, this is cool. This is good. 1, 2. Yeah. So I have my search here. So what other thing do we have in this kind of are we supposed to have in this kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 is too close. 12 seems very nice. What other thing can we have in the home screen for this kind of platform? Since we are trying to post our work, we also want to discover works too. We want to see what's popping, like Benson said. We want to see what's popping. We want to see what other people are up to. And sometimes you might not even have anything to say. So you just want to immerse yourself in that experience of what other people are doing. So what can you do? What can we put there? So let's look for tabs. Yeah, I think this is what I want. So let's pick tabs. Anyway, this thing is slow, God big. I probably say God big like 1 million times every day. Nigeria just a deal with me, just a kill me last moves. So the spacing between this should be 16 for consistency. However, we don't care. So let's put this at 8, why this at 16. Then this should be 1, 2, should be 16, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4 at 12. Now, so this is like the first time I'm using a very big component from Rayna UI apart from the icon. So when you I need labels, and the labels I need are, number one, I need to see trending posts. I need to see maybe posts that I have saved. So let's call it my favorites. I mean, you are posting your work, so you have to see trending posts and also works that you like also. Favorite works. What other thing can I put? Trending favorites. We'll figure that out later. So and all of this will be a tab, so I can switch in between trending posts and my favorite, or when I'm on trending posts and then I add it to my favorite, I just click it, like it goes to my favorite and I can switch to my favorite to see. In iOS, they call this thing segmented control, where you have this design like this. Don't mind me, I'm just flexing now just to show you that I know design. So you have this, you have one box here, and then you have another box here where when you click on this, there's an element, your content show. Then when you switch here, your content show. That's basically what we are trying to do. So we have one label. We don't want to use icon. We don't need it. And by the way, the counter I was trying to make here, this is it. This is it. This badge, but it's called badge here anyway. So I probably should have searched for badge and I would have seen it. Then this label, do I need an underline under? Is it a peel? What's that? Oh, okay, this is nice. I'll come back to that later. So do I need an icon? Maybe. Do I need a number tag? No. And yes. So let's say there's gonna be a problem, but let's go. Trending, right? So we have this as trending, and then I duplicate this and then I put it beside it and call it favorite. Is you in our own favorite, Abby? Figma is an American company. So let's remove icon first, so that these two can be beside each other. But you and I would agree, even though I can't see you guys' expression right now, somebody's probably just rolling their eyes there. But yeah, that this does not look good. This looks like something that I would design when I was designing design last year. But come on, I won't do this anymore. So we can work around this. We can make this better. So what are we going to do to make this better? We could approach this in a drop-down format, where for when you click on trending, all your favorites and other options that we want to put will be underneath it. Okay, we can do trending. I mean, I feel like what I'm about to say is redundant, but we can do recent posts. I feel like trending and recent are the same thing, but for the sake of, because we want to populate this, let's go recent. So there's trending, there's recent, and then there's favorite. And the space in between this is 4. We can create a drop down for this instead of using like a what's the name? A segmented control. And like I said earlier, just like thinking about how your product can be better, just like, okay, I started from here, but do I need to end here though? And you will be able to like make those decisions if you know what you're trying to do. So basically, I know that I want to put trending, recent, and favorite. So there are different ways for me to show these 3 things. I could do them like this, which would create great affordance, for the user, in the sense that they don't have much cognitive load as to start clicking before So if they want to go to recent, they just go to recent straight. If they want to go to favorite, they just go. But I feel like stressing them, so let's just drop down. And then inside this drop down, I would have trending. Then when you click on this arrow, you will see recent and favorite under. So there's that. I mean, if anybody says we should not do drop down in the comment section, maybe I won't, but for now, I'm not feeling generous. So let's hide this. So this is trending, yeah? And I'm just going to replace all of these 3 with that. So let's say we have trending here. For 1, 2, 3. But let's not forget that we are using a design system, meaning that all of these things we have here, even though they give it to us like this, we can still rework it however we want. So, and that's what I'm going to do. This trending now looks too big. It looks too much in my face. I don't like it. It's intimidating me. So let's reduce it. And then let's now click the text inside and increase it to this. And this also to this. So currently it's showing us that what we have so I'm wondering what's going on. I'm blocked. So yeah, this is the default. This is how it should be. So it's showing that trending is the current active component element that is showing. And when you probably try to change it, it will be this color over. And when it is active, this is how it is going to look like. So you can see from one element here, I don't have to create this big drop down menu because Rayna already like sort for us. And to do is just need to be powered out. So control and hit B. Let me remove this and then just shift this into this. And I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. So I'm going to put. I don't have a command. Does it have an icon? There shouldn't be an icon. So yeah. There shouldn't be an icon. Doesn't have a command. Doesn't have a command. There should be an icon. So I'll put trending at the top. And then I'll put recent. And then I would put my favorite. Right. So, like I said, the whole goal of using design system is it gives you also the affordance of like using things that help to fast track your work and you can just move fast. So now I don't have to create this thing. I don't have to figure out what shadow to use and all. But at the same time, I can flip this shadow if I want. If I think it's too in my face, yeah, I like this one. But it saves me time of creating this. So we've written all of this. So what I would just do is probably just hide this. Yeah, I will hide this. So we have this. Now let's move into the main thing here, which is the card. By the way, cards are like my favorite thing to design. I don't know why. I just feel like I know how to design them very well. And one of my friends on this call will corroborate that. He's always coming to me to come and help out with card designs. But yeah, so of course our corner radius is 8 and gray. So what am I trying to design here is this is a platform where you get to see other people's work, where you get to post your own work, you see trending design works, you see trending design trade or anything. So if you are on the main page, the first thing you should be seeing if you are like trending should be maybe layers work. The first thing you should be seeing is maybe layers work and then his name underneath it, right? So let's create that. Let's make our card 200 or let's see, wait, what was it before? Just 247, not 200. Let's make it 240 or 224. And then we put a fill of image inside cross. So let's swap image generate. No. Figma journal. I'm going to use AI in this. So I'm trying to put someone's work here just to see. Hey, God, have I not deleted all of this stuff by? I'm trying to put an image to show let's imagine that somebody posted their work and you came about it on this platform. So yeah, this is somebody's work. Crop. Let's make it top to bottom. So yeah, this is somebody's work, and we've already. Oh no, that's not good. That cropping makes sense. Okay, so yeah, this is somebody's work, and we've already established that. Let me see who is on this call. Basit Quadri. So yeah, let's use Basit Quadri. Basit Quadri posted it, right? Basit Quadri posted it. I think his name is double A. Yeah, Basit Quadri posted it, and he titled the work. By the way, Ozenu designed this anyway, so Basit no go still am because Ozenu no cancel. Scootbell portfolio project. That's the name of the project. So because it is a platform unlike any other, and again, like I said in the beginning, we are designing with context, and that's the way all design should be. Actually, you're not just designing because you feel like designing or you think you know how to design. Whatever it is you're doing should be in context. We are designing a platform that allows people to post their work, allows you also as the user of the app to discover your work. So we have to think about it like I said earlier also, before you even jump on Figma, think about how, like, what are the people going to see? What do you need to put in this design? So we know that we want to put a search for, of course, if I'm posting my work, I want people to be able to search. I want to tell people, go and search my name on Rayna platform. You should see my works there. And then I want to maybe get notification when people like my work or something. And then there's a drop down that says, oh, these are the trending posts. And then there is other things like recent, and then your favorites also are here. And we talked about how we could either do it in threes or let's stress the user and do something like this, which is using this and then having a where is my drop down menu? And having this, by the way, my drop down menu should be at the top. So yeah, it should be like this so that you can select everything you want to select. So moving from there, what are the other things you want to see on the app again? I mean, the main reason why we are there is to see people's work. So you want to put this. This is how everybody's work is going to look like. You want to have a frame, and then you want the name of the person that you are posting their design, that posted their design, to be here, and then you want to see maybe the title of their design. So that basically covers where we are currently. And you don't want to use the same thingy. I mean, this Basit Quadri is written in small regular, which is 14. And then the title of the project also can be 14. Do you understand? Of course, design sense. So, or it can even be 14, but you just change it and then you put this. So, like I learned in my former workplace, I mean, when I started with design, I used to have an issue with typography a whole lot, and I think I still do a little bit, but I'm getting better. And thanks to tools like design system that help you like just figure things out on the go. I used to like have issue with like typography in sense that sometimes I use texts that are too big, and sometimes I use texts that are too small. And then my boss then was telling me that there's a way you can create what's the name, emphasis or difference. So these two texts now are the same size, but what I'm using to create emphasis between the two here is the weight. And by weight, I mean like this is regular while this is semi-bold. So like this, you already know that they belong to this class. This speaking dev word now. You know they belong together with this control A. So now if I carry all of this together, this is one. But this shows a different property while this shows another property. So this gives maybe name of owner, right? While this gives, by the way, you can see I'm naming my frame. All of you that knows the name of frame, I'm coming for you. title of project here, and then the whole thing here will now be design post, right? So here is the image and here is the details. So if you jump on this file now and then I tell you to interpret this image, just looking by this, interpret this element, just looking by this, you already know that, oh, this is the post the person made, this is the person's name, and then this is the title of the project. Okay, so you already know that every other project is going to look like it. And as designers, we have something that makes our work easier apart from using design system. And that's what we call, what's the name? God, I beg, I don't have these things. That's what we call components. So if I create a component with this thing now, I can create this and tell it to have a component property of name, and then tell this to have a component property of project title. So if I did, okay, so if I copy this now, Control C, this component, and I paste it here, I can from this place, from here, change the name of, who's another name? Put another person's name here and just write yeah, right? Did I get it? Yeah, and just put it like this. So I don't have to like start doing it one after the other. And this also like helps the dev. So to know that, oh, every product or every design post must look like this. They will have a name and then they will have a project title. And then let's put this one as I think will be the name. Rayna Joins, right? Yeah, Rayna Joins sounds right. Right, Rayna Joins. So this will be here. But another thing that I also learned in design recently is the fact that these two things should not be on the same geometry as this card. So you want to add some padding to this. So when you look at it like this, it looks better than when it was hugging this container. So now I've added 8 to both left and right margin, and now it looks good. Don't want it touching the same. Don't want it touching this. That's the trick, anyways. If you don't, but you're welcome. So let's increase this one to 8 so that the spacing between this and that 8. And then we can change this image. Do I have another image I can use? I hope so. To okay, yeah, let's use this. So let's say this is what Temitayo posted. Has anybody listed? Okay, there's home settings community. Thank you, Amirat. Home settings community profile explore. What would explore? What would explore be? Is Amirat still on the call? Oh yeah, now unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. What would say now? No. What would explore be? Let's walk through this together. What would explore be? I mean, explore and discover looks. Explore, and, yeah. Explore is similar to discover. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. A button to share your work. Yeah, but it's, of course, we are coming to that. Nobody is giving me better thing for you. Home settings community. Yeah. So I'm just going to go and steal something now. But people should not be. So I've told you what I want to steal. And then I brought it here. So let's say this is our nav. By the way, these are not Rayna icons. Rayna has their own icon, so we're going to be flipping this to Rayna icon. And delete. So we mentioned earlier that you should have your own profile, right? So what if we move this? Anybody saying anything? Yeah, explore and discover. Go on. Yeah, thank you. So what if we move? What if beside this Egbon with the year, we put okay, we put profile there, right? So from the top, just like the way most of our financial app looks like, and by this designer, it looks like every other design where the name is beside it, the name of the app is beside it, then your own picture is in front. And you can see what I did with this. I just searched for avatars because that's what they are called in, like, when you're working. Nobody knows them as profile picture. They are called avatars. So we can put our avatar beside this. And I think I need to tell this Egbon. Aha, I know they will scatter. So this Egbon has to be here, yes. So this Egbon now has to be here to show that there's 2300 messages. And let's put this together and reduce the to 40. So we do not use auto layout. May the gods be with you. So let's org this content. They are too far apart. So let's use 16. Yeah, but of course, this cannot come before this here. So do we want to put this in a container also? Damn no. Because our avatar can stand on its own. And then wait. I think Rayna has different sizes of avatar. Yeah, they do. Yeah. I wanted to increase that to 40, but I found out that they have 40 already. So yeah, but they're open Rayna. So I have this. No, yeah, let's close to 12. So if I log on to the app, I will see my messages and I can click on my own profile, which is this. So I can remove this from here. So mind you, we are still trying to create this, which is like the last thing we are trying to do now. So we have this, we've created trending, we've created the component that is going to house our design, our content. This is the main content. So in short, this will be in auto layout, and then you name it content, right? So now this will be home. So let's search for assets. Let's search for home. And I think we are going to do discover because, or discover our community or explore, which is going to be what this will represent. So let's call this home. I want to use this. I think this looks cool. By the way, I'm almost done. Oh. So if you're tired of hearing my voice, don't worry. People can come up. Oh yeah. So we have this. So I don't know how many icons we are going to have, or how many tab bars we are going to have. These are called tab bars. You can see we are going to have. But let's say we have home, which is like your first screen. So somebody may say we should have discover. So we are going to, and discover can just be like this globe icon, right? Yeah. So which is kind of like telling you that there's a whole lot of things that you can still see. This is the home, and I'm not changing the color now because I just want to like fill them up. I feel like so what if we have like a community, but it's not going to be like a community. So it's just going to be like a place where you can see other designers. So this is where you post your work, but at the same time, you can see designers like at a go. So while this is where every other person's work is, this is where you see them like their profile and stuff. So you're going to do user. Yeah, I need users. I feel like where the issue will be is when I'm trying to give these things name. What I'm doing now. Oh yeah, we should be able to figure it out. So repeat do this. And then what should be the last thing? Settings, yeah. Of course, all app settings. Settings. And again, it's sweet designing with a design system. because some other people have gone ahead to have headache on your behalf, and I trust me, I know that this thing is headache because recently I tried building a design system and I want to die. God, I beg. So yeah, we have home, we have discover, we have community, and then we have setting. So we are now going to flip the icon. And someone remind me what's the title of our icon? What shade of icon are we using? What's the color? 400 or 300? I think it's 400. Please remind me. Oh, I don't know. 400. So let's assume that this one is currently active, which is like where we are at. Then all of this one are inactive. So, but will somebody be able to know what this thing means? They might not. So let's add name. So let's call this. Let's say okay. Let's call this paragraph. Small paragraph because this is usually small. 12. So let's call this home. I feel like I could do some things, some route out with this thing, but I don't want to show off. So let's just design something basic. Yeah, I have home, and then I can click this guy here. By the way, if you if you move this thing, you can use it to move all of this thing inside this thing. But you can find out by yourself later. So I'm just going to move this to the top so that all of them can align to the top. So I don't have to start pushing them myself. And then I will take this, put it here, and then hold this also. And like, yeah, I think they're in the same place. Control C, put this here, put this here. But of course, this can't be in the same color. So I have to switch it to gray 400. Howbeit, I want to switch my icon to say gray 300. Does that work? Nah, it doesn't. Let's leave it at gray 400. It's looking very sharp. I want that. Let's look. Can we find something? So sweet. Also sweet. I like that color. Yeah, because I like it, I'm going to leave it like this. Yes. I mean, if this were to be a real product, then I'll have issue. Because that doesn't make any sense. And then there's settings. So yeah, well, it makes sense now. This color. Oh, what do we think? This color is fine now, right? It looks like the toned down version of this. So when you go from here and then you click on this, it brightens up film and on orange. So yeah, we have this. By the way, there's one last thing missing. Who can tell me what that is? Somebody already mentioned it and I said I was going to get to it. Well, I've not gotten to it till now. So what's that? Please, somebody tell me. There's one thing missing. Who is typing? There's one thing missing that we've not added. So we say that this platform is a platform that allows you post your work and also other people's work. So we have a couple designs that are in here. When you log on to the home section that other people have done. But is that all the platform is about? Is it just for you to see other people's own, see your profile? What's even going to be in your profile anyways? So there's one thing missing. What's that? Who can tell me, please? Okay. Yeah, Agbaba, sit. Thank you. That's why I used you as number one. Bless you, Sabi work well. So your CTA. Now it looks like our frame is filled up. Like what else to do? Where will that button be? And by the way, like you saw in what I did earlier, I can bring this profile. So now this is where I enter how I design basically. So now it looks as though I'm done with this design. Like, oh yes, now this already serves the purpose. There's trending, there's profile, blah 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 blah. But on second thought, there's a way I can rearrange this to give me another look, which is putting profile here and changing this icon from this name to avatar. Avatar now. Yes, avatar. Yeah. And here, I'll switch this to button. And then here, I'll name it Post Your Work. So that big. Which one be piece? Post Your Work. Does this make sense? And again, I make this. What I've seen that I've seen one now, but yeah, you just use icons instead. Or let's change it to messages. Yeah. So, no. Let's Control Z, Control D, right? Delete. So let's say I'm deleting this message up here. So my post your work is at the top, and then I'm bringing down the messages here, so that the messages are inside here. Then message. Where's the icon again? Message icon message. Right. So it's here. You have your own discover community messages profile setting. This is looking busy already, but iteration, you are working around the clock. We move from here to here to here. So which one looks nice? Now, one issue with this is it doesn't have this button yet. So there's only one place that this button can be, which will be something we call floating action button. On your WhatsApp, your floating action button is that thing. Is that plus that you see. So we can turn this also into a floating action button. Let it be in the margin and then bring it down here, so that at every point in time when you are on the on 24, 16, 24, at every point in time when you are here, you always see this post your work here, like calling you, like guy, you need to post your work. And we are using the primary icon, the primary color, so you can see it. And of course, it's not looking like the best, because if I click on this now, I might mistakenly click on the one at the back. And what we can do, I think Rayna has something called, you should have FAB now, floating action buttons. Please, you people should have one. Yes, they do. They do. If they don't do, they don't do. They don't do. Okay. That one is the one I created. Let's look for button anyways. Let's look for button. But I think they do. I think I've seen it before. But yeah, this is like the idea we could explore. We could put our main call to action button as a floating action button, or we could put it here beside this, which doesn't look, you agree, doesn't look right. Or we could put it here at the top and bring every other thing here. And another thing is that we can do is, you know, that this message can also be hidden under this profile. Like when you click on your profile, you can see your messages and then see other things under your profile. So there are possible ways where you can what's the name, explore how you want to go about this. Trying to see if Rayna has floating action button. I think they do. And I think the reason why I'm looking for it is for shadow's sake. I want to apply shadow to this thing. But yeah, they have shadow. So let's just go to effects, and you see this number of shadows, like plenty that you can use. And let's go for soft, and then let's use. I think my laptop is hanging. Yeah, yeah. Let's go for soft and let's use medium. Please, if you guys can see hear me, let me know. Promise.
Yeah. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, I think I'm almost done anyways. So this thing is not showing. Let me put it on a white skinny so you see what I'm doing. Abi, oh, I'm using soft. It should be hard actually. Hey, God, I beg. What am I saying? Help my soul, Jesus. Effect. Try to show. You know what? Let's switch this to something small and let's see. Oh, there's a problem. There's a problem. So let's switch this to base and let's do this base, right? What I need. No. Shoot, right. So let's put this in another container and then bring it down. And then let's apply a fill of white. That makes sense. It should. And then let's add a corner of it. So this is going to be inside this. And then this is now going to have an effect of, yeah. So it looks better now. But what I can do is to remove this. So it looks as though it is sitting behind that. Or what I can do is add layer blur. No, background blur. So it blurs whatever it is at the background and it allows it to sit. So basically what I'm trying to do is just add shadows so that you see this floating as the floating action bar that it is. But yeah, you can put your floating you can put your main call to action here. And you could probably maybe add icon if you want. I don't know why this thing is not responding, but yeah, you could add icon if you want icon to be there. Just add maybe a plus icon or something so that people have an idea of what post your work means. I mean, icon gives clarity on what our text is about, just like we did here. Home like this, discover like this, community is this. So post your work would be just put a plus, would say add more. Then what I did again, excuse me, these are like 3 different iterations just for one screen. And that's like how I approach my design also. I try to see the best possible way. And also like working as a freelancer or working in a company, you probably see that, you have to present as much iteration as you can. Not even for your client's sake, even for you, it helps you like think of it as a water faucet. So a water faucet in the sense that when you are trying to dig a well, you see the bad water first before you get to clean water. So the more you dig and the more bad water you get to gush out, the more clean water you are going to get at the end of the day. So iterate more, design more, work around. Oh, how can this be? I mean, this screen is not looking the best. All of these are not looking the best, but like this can be like a starting place for you to understand how you want to approach the work, and then you find out that the end result is going to be like a way more better design than this. And I mean, I could spend the night refining this and maybe share it later, but I don't think I want to do that. But like that's just how like design goes. It is never finished, so to speak. It is like never finished, and you just have to iterate and iterate. And with that, I think I've come to the end of my design. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Philo. It's been a wonderful session. I enjoyed every bit of it, actually. I was like, wow. Could all this be done in just a little while? Left for me, I would, if I'm to Sha, let me not even say anything first for now. But well done, great progress so far. Well done, thank you. Hope you all had a good time as I did. Let me see your reactions to that if you all had a good time to this. All right, thank you, Liz, and everyone else. So we're progressing with the next thing, next content, or the next section for tonight's session, which will be. So tonight, to help us have some laughs over the session before we go off, we'll be having the icebreaker session, which will be coming up once he's off with his screen. Let's just give him some little time to finish up. Are you still working, Philo? Or
Oh, I saw someone said put a big ass icon in the middle of the bottom now, and I thought that
okay,
was,
okay,
of course,
okay.
genius, because the post your work can also be there, can just be here, and then when you click
No.
on pop, I was going to design something for how when you click on post your work is going to look like. In short, it's going to look like something like this. But I don't have that time, like as it is. It's going to look like something like this. So when you click on
Uh,
share your work, you have this upload an image or a video thing. You
yeah,
can
yeah,
add your
yeah,
tag,
yeah.
so something
Exactly,
like that. So
exactly.
either you click on this button, or you click on this plus, or you click on this, or you click on this. It's going to lead to that. And of course, like Basit said, we moved from putting the post your work at the top to putting it as a flow to action button, or it could even be here and it still serves the purpose. So yeah, just great design thinking. Well done. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the next thing we'll be having up is the icebreaker session. And the question in our front, I think, is saying, someone trying to say something? Okay. So the question in our present is, what was your dream job as a kid, and what are you currently doing now? What was a dream job as a kid while growing up? What were you aspiring to be, or what would you like to be then? And what are you currently doing right now? I would go
Am I going
first.
first?
Let me go first because my own experience while growing up earlier, my as that was between the age of 10 to 15, I was aspiring to be a medical doctor. My parents even had prayer sessions on that where they even had to pray and all. I studied in that line. I was in the science class and all. Then down to the jam tests. I wrote my tests and Jam said, Jam plus Nigeria said, no, we don't want it to be a medical doctor. We want it to be somewhere on the creative side. I didn't hear. I wrote the second Jam because I couldn't pass the first one. Wrote the second one. Wrote the third one. So on the third one, I said, no, 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 no. I have to give up on this. Let me just see what other people are doing out there. That's when I had to now put my head down into my gadget and see what is people actually doing on their phones and all. That's how I came down to this creative part of life. Yeah. So bye to the medical thing. That was how Jump drifted me down from that part to this part. So right now I'm currently freelancing as a graphic designer, sorry about that, for a couple of brands, small brands actually, and also the social media person for revisions. So that's just where I am right now. We still have bigger places to be. So Phil, over to you since you want to go next.
You see now, since I want to go next, it's making me sound like a narcissistic somebody. Anyways, what do I want to be? What did I wanted to be? I was English. Gonna be. Nobody will agree I used to be a writer. With the way I'm modern English these days. So I used to be like very fascinated with the world, with technology. I never saw myself as like going to be someone working with a computer or something. I just used to mess around with, like, there was nothing you could like bring on the internet that I probably wouldn't have an idea about, because I was always reading stuff on the internet. and I knew stuff that I shouldn't know. And just because I was like observant, I wanted to like maybe be in that line where I could study people and help people with their issues. So I got early into psychology and I was always reading psychology related books. And I had a friend then that was indulging me. She also used to read psychology books. So we used to analyze people together. And she ended up as a psychologist, but now she's working as a PM. Life just carry you anyhow. So I wanted to be a chemical engineer for the single purpose of making mad money. A petrochemical engineer, just because I knew then, I read a lot about it then that they used to make mad money and I wanted that money. And then I did jam and then I failed. I wanted to enter Unilag. I wanted to enter at 16, finish 19 or 20 at most, which I did. But I wanted to enter Unilag to do that because people that were teaching me in school then were from Unilag. So I wanted to join them. And I went to Unilag then and I was like, see university, God. But I didn't enter Unilag, so I went to Funab because I didn't want to stay at home. I mean, I wanted to enter school 16, be the smallest kid there, and finish school 20, done. So I entered uni, I entered Funab and studied chemistry because chemistry is still related to petrochemical now. Sure you get. And they told us that if you study chemistry, you can work anywhere. I was so happy. But 300 level, I had a roommate then, Ben, that used to write poem. And I was always following because I was curious about the world and I was curious about people. So I used to just follow him to their poetry meeting. And I would just people be weaving words together. They'll be doing what are people doing now? Then then I started writing. But now I design. I got into design like late last year, and that's what I do now. I'm currently a designer attribution. I used to work with crafters, but that's by the way. Thank you very much.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. Can we have more responses from anyone? What was the dream job like as a kid? And what are you currently doing now? You can
Yes,
turn on your
Amira,
mic, anybody.
please call Amira.
All right, Amira. She just said I should call you up.
Vivi,
Mute your mic and speak. Let's hear what your dream job was like while growing up. Hello, Amira.
hi. There's one of my friend here that wants to answer the question too. So just
Okay,
allow
okay.
him go and any other person can.
All
Hi,
right.
I'm easy. Everyone knows me as Lion. So, I was my dream job as a kid. My dream job was to be a sports analyst. I did that for a while.
Okay.
But you know how the country is. I
Yeah.
met Sapa on the way to my dream. Sapa said, "Park here, my brother." So I just like every youth now in Nigeria following tech. Most of us, we want to claim that we went to tech for the passion, but we all know it's for the money. So
Yeah.
just like below, I'm also a designer. I'm designing for the money right now, but I'm still chasing my passion. When I see the money that can make me, chase my passion, I'm going to do that very soon. But just like I mentioned, I'm a designer by profession, but I'm still trying to chase my passion.
Wow. 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 Good response. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Any other person? Hi, Temitayo, Liz, Basit. No other responses so far. All right. Okay, please go ahead, please. Odedeyi Abdul Salam.
So, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
So my dream job as a kid was to become a medical doctor. So I did my first jam, my second jam. I was not given medicine. Due to some reasons, they said I did not do the first post me. I did OAU post me. I was not able to get the cut of shot. It remains just one. So, and OAU, you know how they used to do. They will not give you not have the cutoff. So I was not able to do medicine. So I was admitted into anatomy in Lautech. You understand? So I was doing anatomy. I was serious with it, but you know how life is now. So we
Wow.
just, so one day I just, okay, actually I had passion for design before, like I love design. Anything related to system, I love it. So there was a day I just came across a course, like a Canva course like that, a free course. So I took the course. Then during the COVID stay at home, so I learned more on Canva. So then I got my first system. Then I went to a printing shop to go and learn graphics. Instead of them teaching me graphics, they were teaching me printing, like rota printing. Then so after COVID, so after COVID, I had to come back to school. So when I came back to school, I was now like, this rota printing of the T. This thing is outdated now. Shebi that is DI printing. Yeah, I'm not going there back home. So my parents was like, well, Lenya, you are too lazy to look up to the. I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this thing again. So I had to source for research online. Like I research online. I source for material. Then I learned. Then I was taught CorelDRAW a little. So then I learned what do you call it? Photoshop, then Illustrator. So when
Wow.
I got to 300 level, I got to though when I was in 200 level, that was when I did one design contest like that. Then I joined this Unify accountability system stuff.
Okay.
So from then I started learning about UI UX. So I was interested, but I was like, I want to be good in graphics before I come back. I come to UI UX. But when I get
Exactly.
to 300 level, like I was just like this UX of it, I want to learn it. Then I saw a course online, then I took it. Then yes, that's how I just start my UX design
Wow.
career.
Wow. 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 Jam will not try for all of us. So. Well,
Sorry, before another person takes the stuff, I want to add something.
okay, go ahead, please.
So I when you were designing, like it was like you were using the new um Figma UI. But I've tried using it on my laptop. I tried someone else's laptop too. It was not displaying the new UI. Like I don't know if it is for only Mac users or there is the version is available for only users too.
Starboy, this question
Um,
is for
I,
you.
What did you say?
No, I'm directing the question to
don't
Starboy.
mind, don't mind him. Abdul Salam, good evening. Thank you so much for joining, and thank everybody else that joined. You guys made this easy for me. Thank you. And so, just to answer your question, yeah, I am currently using a Windows.
Okay.
My my laptop is just fine. You don't mind me. That's why it looks like I'm using Mac. So, if you want to get the new UI,
Okay.
Control K to open a file and do Control K. It will bring this search out, right?
Okay.
Then type join. Then when you see this join UI3 plus AI waitlist, click on it. If I click on it now, it will tell me you are already on the waitlist. But if you are not on the waitlist, it will tell you you've been added to the waitlist. And I did
Okay.
it yesterday night, around this time yesterday night. By this morning, my Figma
Okay.
changed.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You
Thank you.
get so let me take it again. Do Control K, press
Okay.
join, then join the
Okay.
waitlist and just wait. They will add you to it.
Okay, thank you. I'm very grateful.
You're welcome.
One more question, please.
Yeah.
So, on a file, like on a new file, I noticed,
Yeah.
like, how would someone start using maybe Rayna UI, Page icon, something like that? How would someone start
Mhm.
using it?
I was going to like go from that, but thank you. I think it makes sense that we had the end of it to talk about it. So this is how you can access Rayna UI. Yeah. Let's say I'm back to my files. I hope I can ship what I have here. Okay, yeah, I'm safe. Um, um, yeah, for me, no issues. So let's say these are all your files here.
Okay.
This is all your files. And then you
Okay.
go to explore community. You search
Okay.
for Rayna UI. Do you get? When you search for Rayna, you should be able to see Rayna UI, I think. Would that be
Or one easy step, you can go to www.raynaui.com. From there, you can click on the
.com? Yeah,
get.
I just add it. So
Exactly.
this is Rayna UI. When you click on it and then you download it, or you will save it to your file. If you go to my own file here, you will see that I have it as part of my project, and that's like where I was designing from. But what you can do is, after saving it, after like adding it to your file, which is like what Figma will tell you, like when you open it, you hit publish. So when you click on publish, I don't know why my laptop is hanging, or like I think it's network. But promise, do you have your laptop on you? Can you share your screen or something?
I'm
Can
sharing my
anyone hear
screen,
me?
but it's going to interfere with the slides I have on already.
Okay. Stop presenting. All right, you're sharing your screen yet? So show me Rayna UI, like the main Rayna UI file. Do you have it open? Promise, are you still there? Trying to lose my connection.
Can you hear me?
Oh, promise, I can hear you. Yeah. I said, do you have Rayna UI open?
Not really. It's not opened. It's going to interfere with the slides I have on now
Oh,
if I do that.
this is the moment where we say Rayna UI to people.
Wow.
Yeah, I hear you. So let me see if I can explain to you, Abdul Salam. So, and you will get it. So if your Figma is open right now, go to community, search for, or go to www.renaui.com and click on get Rena UI. It gets saved as a file on your Figma account. So when you open it, after you've opened it, click on, if you are using the old um thingy, you know that place where you see assets, like Figma, when you see layer and assets, click on that place and then click on publish. I believe you should be able to know where publish is. So when you publish Rayna UI, it will ask you to move it to a team, move it to a particular team where most of your projects are. After you've done that, then you can now go to your settings. I feel like showing you is better, because what I want to tell you is how you can infuse Rayna UI or other design system, where for when you open any file at all, the design system is already inside that file. So all you just need to do is go to asset and search. So I mean, I don't know if you have me on WhatsApp. I think I know who you are. If you can text me on WhatsApp, I can show you how that process is, so that we don't keep everybody here. It's very, very simple. I can just show you if my network loads like later off this call, but it's like easy. And then that way it helps you like use, and any updates. The good thing about that thing is any updates that Rena UI team does on the back end, you get it also, and then you can just go to that place and update it. But like, just text me, I can show you.
Okay, no problem. I will just text you.
Yeah, no wahala, no wahala.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Abdusalam, you can go on to www.raynaui to get a copy of your own copy in Figma. I think that saves you a lot of. Then you can do the later stressing on it with Philo. So going over the next thing we have, I think is the second question we have for tonight, and is asking, would you rather speak 10 languages or play 10 instruments? Would you rather speak 10 languages or play 10 instruments? Is anyone hearing me? Okay, 10 languages. Can I have your reasons why you go for 10 languages? You can turn on your mic to speak if anyone is interested in speaking.
I mean, both make sense, but I don't think I'm an instrument person. I like to
Okay.
talk. I like to communicate. The language is for me.
Okay. I too, I'll be going for 10 languages because it helps communicate, express yourself wherever you get yourself in. I do have a boss then. He knows about 6 to 7 Nigerian languages. He has stayed over some parts of Nigeria, so he's able to communicate with their language whenever he comes across such kind of person. So most times whenever he comes in a new gathering or in a meeting or so, when people are talking and all, he just see it has this kind of it adds to your composure. You're just there, sitting there as if you don't know what's happening. And those people are like, this one na Yamiri or na this how did they call it? They're just like, you don't know anything without them knowing that you don't finish them. So it just helps you stay relaxed in new territories and all, and it can also help you communicate and save you in times of distress and all. So I think having 10 languages is better than having 10 instruments because most people that do play instrument nowadays they play for money and all. So you don't get to do that. But with 10 languages, you can express yourself better. Maybe when you travel out, you learn Spanish, Portuguese. Whenever you come across them, you speak those languages and they will like, wow, you're black and you speak this. It gives you that extra thing. So I will go over 10 languages. Any other persons? Do we have further responses to this? Feel free to turn on your mic.
Promise, when are we leaving this call?
We are leaving soon. We are leaving soon.
Leaving Kano.
Running off in the moment. All right. In absence of every other responses. So in absence of every other responses to the questions on our screen, we'll be drawing the curtains close tonight. So thank you so much to every other person that participated on this session. Feel free to follow us on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram at RaynaUI.com. There's no .com actually. At Rayna UI. Just search for Rayna UI. You get to follow up on social media updates and further updates coming up. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification icon so that you get future updates and also any other thing we'll be having on our YouTube channels. I think that will be all for tonight. Thank you so much to everyone that gave us their time. I mean, so many other persons you can choose to be anywhere at this time. This is like the last Friday of the month. I know some people go to churches, some go to clubs, try to catch up with other things, but you just choose to come out here and spend this time with us. We don't take that for granted. Thank you so much to every person, Basi, Temitayo, Liz, Abdusalam, Zikoko, Philo, who is the speaker for tonight, and any other person I cannot see on my screen now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do have a wonderful weekend and cheers to a new month. Thank you, everyone. Do have a good night rest. Bye.
Bye.